Dear students, today we are going to see about emotional intelligence. We have IQs and EQs. IQs already you know that it is intelligent quotient. The concept of IQ relates to the determination of the level of intellect and sharpness of one's brain. So in olden times, people say that if a person possesses IQ, he shines in his life. But today, along with IQ, the students need another Q also, that is EQ. EQ is nothing but emotional quotient. The persons with a high and average IQ sometimes fail to access success. Maybe the reason lies in the fact that he lacks emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence relates to the ability or skill to understand, evaluate and manage the emotion, and they should be aware of others' emotions also. The famous philosopher Aristotle, he commented on angry like this: anyone can become angry, that is easy. But to be angry with the right person, to the right degree, at the right time, with the right purpose, and in the right way, that is somewhat difficult. Here you can see some of these emojis, and which may indicate the mood of the persons. That if he possesses a good mood, that you can show a smiling face, and if you are in anger, definitely your face indicates that you are not in a good mood. EQ, it is a new concept. Actually, the word has been introduced into the world by Daniel Goleman, a famous science journalist, in 1995. And emotional intelligence is also being covered in behavioral, emotional, communication theories such as neuro-linguistic programming, transactional analysis, and empathy. So according to Goleman, there are 5 domains of EQ. And it's like knowing our emotions, managing our emotions, motivating ourselves, recognizing and understanding other people's emotions, managing relationships, that is managing the emotions of others. Thomas Alva Edison, he once comments that genius is 99% perspiration, that is EQ, and IQ contribute to only 1%. So here I want to list out some of the cases that happen in foreign countries. In a local school in London, on a particular day, a 9-year-old girl, she was in a very angry mood, and she used to pour paint over the school desk, computers and printers. She made a mess there, and she even vandalized a car in the school parking lot. While encouraged, she told that someone called him a baby, and he wanted to impress them. For murder victims under 12, says a report, 57% of the murderers are their parents or step-parents. In almost half of the cases, the parents say that they were merely trying to discipline the child. So in the name of making their children disciplined, they used to kill them without knowing all those things. The fatal beatings were prompted by infractions such as a child blocking the TV. Even for silly matters, they could control the emotions, and out of control, they did all those murders or killings. The reasons maybe like a child blocking the TV, it cried a lot, I couldn't control her, or it spoiled the diapers. So, as I already told that even for silly matters, people, they couldn't control their emotions, and they do all these things. And the previous ones are cases that happen in foreign countries. Now let us come to India. In India also we had such incidents here and there. So recently the principal of Infant Jesus College of Engineering in Tuticorin, he was brutally murdered by 3 of his own students in the same college. And the reason was that principal protested their misconduct. And another incident that happened in Tamil Nadu is, it so happened in a school. A student killed his Hindi teacher. The reason that the student cited was, the teacher compelled me to study and to do my homework. Non-cognitive variables like anxiety, stress, emotional maturity, social maturity are also associated with our academical achievements. High anxiety level will result in low academic and achievements. Now, if you possess more emotional intelligence, there's no doubt that you can success in your life. Because emotionally intelligent people are skilled in 4 areas, especially identifying, using, understanding and regulating their own emotions. It is told that one who regulates their own emotions, one who understands the emotions of themselves and others, they can shine in their life. People with good emotional intelligence know themselves very well and they're able to sense the feelings of others also. Instead of being pessimistic, they're more optimistic. So it itself is a good sign. The next one is benefits of managing emotional intelligence. If you manage your emotional intelligence, you can have so many benefits in your life that may lead you towards success. So the benefits or runs like this increase, if you possess more emotional intelligence, it will increase cooperation, coordination among group members, and it will help you to reduce the work-related stress. If you're a student, you can relieve from the stress that you have inside the classroom or inside your campus premises. And if you possess more emotional intelligence, it will automatically build your trust and confidence among group members and builds and encourages for open communication. And these are advantages of possessing high EQ. If you have high EQ, you can have mental health, leadership skills, self-confidence, empathy, positive thinking and self-regulation. So these are once again the advantages of possessing high EQ, like managing stress. If you possess more IQ level, you can manage your time, stress. You can detect and understand your emotions and also other people's emotions. The next one is very important. You can become more productive and meaningful if you possess a high IQ level, and you can have less work-related stress. And the next one is quite natural. If you possess EQ, you can have more success. You can have more advantages. Likewise, if you do not possess EQ, if your EQ level is too low, you have to face some of the disadvantages in your life. They are indecisive. If a person is possessing less EQ, means he cannot take decisions at a time. He cannot take any quick decisions, or quick decisions sense the correct decisions in the context. So definitely he'll be an indecisive, non-assertive, he'll be a poor communicated, he'll be alone or all alone from the main group, he'll possess a negative thinking, he'll be an aggravated and violent person, he will naturally be an immature person, impatient, he'll not be a patient person, he'll have that impatience and he's unhappy, and he'll be possessed with a guilty conscience. He will be highly irresponsible person, and quite naturally, if he possesses all those factors that I already discussed, so you'll automatically stressful and you'll have that anxious nature. So students, being the students, the concept of EQ, that is emotional quotient, is a need of the hour. Students should possess the emotional quotient skills. They should work towards developing their emotional skills, because emotional intelligence is an important consideration in job profiling. If you want to get a good job, because you should have emotional intelligence. You might have heard about the firing and hiring. People, the companies will take you to the job as hiring, and maybe after 3 months or 4 months you'll be hired from the positions. Maybe even though you possess a high EQ, it doesn't matter that some companies may change you from the job. The reason lies in the fact that you do not, some persons, they do not possess a high EQ level. So if you possess more EQ, definitely will have a good impact on your job profiling, recruitment, interview and selection process. It will also help you to develop yourself and to go or to have your steps towards success. For the EQ is highly needed throughout your life, not only for academics. So this is very important. Everyone, being human being, it is very, very hard to get away from your emotions, but you can have monitoring over emotions. That monitoring should be an intelligent one. So by exercising intelligent monitoring over your emotions, definitely you'll get success. So this is testing. I have given you agree and disagree, and you try to do these activities after seeing these questions. I know exactly where I want to be 3 years from now. Agree, disagree. I find as all the questions have agree and disagree. And if he poses more agrees, you can decide that what kind of person you are. The next one is, it is somewhat associated with the equal level, personality. Personality, it's made up of the characteristic patterns of thoughts, feelings and behaviors, and it makes a person unique. It's a combination of emotional, attitudinal and behavioral response patterns of an individual. Personality, our EQ level is well echoed through our personality. So it's very important, not only the outer personality, your inner personality. You have to grow of your inner personality, because that is highly essential in this scenario. Many people think that personality is related to the physical appearance of a person, but it's not at all a rational approach, because if your inner personality is weak, even though your outer personality is good, she or he will lose impact as soon as he or she speaks or acts. Such a person fails to create a lasting impression on others. So these are the ways how to brush up your personality levels. It's very important to set an aim in your life, and you should have power of knowledge, and you should, how to show that you are a knowledgeable person to the outside world by reading newspapers. If you read more newspapers, if you read more books, you can develop your knowledge. So by developing your knowledge, you can show it to the world that you have a good personality, and look confident, and you have to speak in style, and you should dress very smartly. Maintain a healthy body, have good habits. And why do we develop personality? That question comes here. Personality development helps to develop a positive attitude in life. It helps to inculcate positive qualities like punctuality. You will be very flexible if you have this good personality, and you'll have that willingness to learn new. You will have that willingness to know new information. You'll be very friendly with others, and you'll have that eagerness to help others, and you can manage your time and also the communication skills. It makes you an impressive personality, and personality development makes you a confident individual. So it's damn sure that if you possess good personality, you will be appreciated and respected wherever you go. Thank you.